expansions. Okay, how we are going to do this type of graph. Okay, in ArcGIS Pro. So that we will going to discuss. So mostly this tutorial we are going to learn how to create this direction and distance diagram in ArcGIS Pro, as I mentioned. Okay, so this distance for urban expansion, and ArcGIS Pro, which can create this line, directions and the length in ArcMap, which we are going to do it now. Okay, so this is a very important thing whenever you are going to understand the urban sprawl expansion. Okay, so during that times, this is the very important key factor for that. Okay, so let's start with one of my uh, thing. Okay, so like I have one city boundary of the Bangalore. The very first things which you have to do, that you have to calculate this center points. Okay, so usually find out the center point, which is known as CBD, Central Business District Zone. So how to calculate it? Let's see that. Okay, doing this, the very first step you have to do, that is you go to this geoprocessing tool. Okay, go to the analysis. Okay, and then toolbox you click, so you will get this geoprocessing tool. Now in the geoprocessing tool, you just need to search feature to point. Feature to point tool you will get. Now here Bangalore is my target city, so I am going to keep this as an input, and this will be my output. Okay, so that is my Bangalore feature points, or I can say the Bangalore CBD. Okay, so simply click on run. So once you click on run, you will see this is the Bangalore center point. You will get it over. So if you want to change the color or something, like in gallery, you have a lot of options. Okay, so you can select it. If you want to change the color, you can change the color accordingly. So this will be the central business districts points for the Bangalore city. Okay, now I am going to create a multiple ring buffer over here. Okay, so how to create the multiple ring buffer? So let's go back to the geoprocessing tool again. Okay, now you search multiple ring buffer. Okay, so now you will get this multiple ring buffer. So once you open this tool, what the point you need to give? See, input feature. You need to give the input feature of your Bangalore CBD. Okay, now you can add the distance. So whatever the distance you want, like if you want, I just make it a 10 kilometer, 20 kilometer, 30 kilometer, and 40 kilometer. So these are the few, you can say, the multiple ring buffer I want to create around this particular CBD points, so that I can understand how you this urban expansion is going on, so that the direction curve which we are going to create, the direction and distance curve. Okay, direction and distance curve, the diagram which we are going to prepare using this process. Okay, so this is a non-overlapping, so rest of the things will be the same. So now I will just going to create this, and I will going to run this process. So let's run this process. So I'm just going to click on the run. So let's wait for the results. Yes, so now you see here there is one mistake I made. So that is basically, once you give this point lines, no, the distance you are giving, you need to select the unit. Okay, so this is the unit, means here I just make it as a kilometer. Okay, the distance I just make as a kilometer. So I can give this name of this is okay, so multiple ring buffer bands 2 I just given, and then you can simply click on run. So Let's see how big it is coming. It's bigger. So we can consider this multiple ring buffers which you created. So now if you see, if you find this one is much bigger than what exactly it is, so I can change it also. I can make it little small also. So see here, the in case of 10 kilometer, I can go for the 5 also. I think then I will get a better multiple ring buffer. So that I can do it again. It has a 5, 5. Okay. So again I am just selecting here kilometer. So let's see what is this is coming. 3. Yeah, this will be perfect. Okay. So now we can understand this is the multiple ring buffer which is created. Okay. So let's do the next part. Okay, where I will going to generate the direction curve. So now the direction curve, if you want to prepare, so you need to create a shapefiles. Okay, now as of now I don't require this, so I will just switch off this one. Now from this point I want to create this direction curve. Okay, so what you have to do, you just go back to the folder connection, and suppose I want to create the folder under this only data text under this test. I want to create a new shapefile, so I just give this shapefile name as a shape direction. Okay, so name I'm giving as a direction. So now I given the direction the name, and now I just create it as a line. Okay, polyline. Okay, later you just take in this particular coordinate value. So if I just give the current map coordinates, I can give. Okay, or else strip multiple bank, that also you can give it. Okay, so any layer you can select that is already having the projections. So I'm just simply importing the projection system for this particular thing. Okay, so now you can simply click on run, and you see the direction curve you will get it here. So if you want to change the color pattern, okay, so you can give the color pattern like this. Okay, so now you have to start the editing. So you can come to here. Okay, click this, and this is the direction curve. So click over this, and you have to right click and type here as a direction and distance. Okay, so here you have to give the value according to the directions. Okay, so let's see how we're going to give that. So let's open a Excel. Suppose we can open a Excel. So why it is required to creating a perfect curve, we need to give this value. So what we'll do, we will just going to create suppose 45, then 45, like that we have to give this value here. Okay, so I will go back to the ArcGIS Pro, and suppose here I'm just going to give, let's see, 45. Okay, 0.00. Okay, so this is my first target points I given, and once you go that, then that click on this. Now go to the next point, give this, right click, go for again that distance directions, again type 45. Okay, so like that you have to do for the 8 curves. Okay, see here, oh sorry, you need to cancel it. You can take the another points. So suppose I'm going to give this one. Oh, sorry, not 45. So 45 plus 40. Okay, so means here if I consider this, okay, n, so there is 90. So now this first one is 45. So next one will be the 90. So now like that you have to move. Okay, so now this one. So I can move to 90. Yeah, you see here now it is perfectly taken. So now again you have to add 45. So that will be 135. So next point you can take like this, go to direction, give it here 135, 0, okay. So like this way you have to take the 8 points. So let's take the 8 points and then I will show you again. See, this is the process which you have to take all the 8 points. If you just see here, I just plus 1 by 1 by 1, and once you plus, suppose 45 to 45, you will get 90. So you will put the 90. So 90 you will 45, whatever the value, so that you will going to type it over here. So like that you will get each the directions, okay, each the directions in 45 degree, total 8 directions, 8 curve you will get it over here. Now the next thing is you can join this total curve. Okay, so I just doing that only. So open the snapping, okay, and using the snapping you just join all this last point whichever it will be there. Okay, so take that. Now just double click on this. Okay, undo to join all these points. There's some mistakes I did. Yeah, now you see it's a perfectly, it was curved, okay, like totally it was done. Okay, so now once you did that, you just need to save this first. Okay, please save this first. Once we did that, again we have to do the same steps. Like if you go here, okay, then sorry, go to analysis toolbox and search for tool feature 2 polygon. So that only you have to create again feature 2 polygon. That time we did feature 2 points. Now this time is feature 2 polygon. Okay, so this is the difference. So now the feature to polygon, and what you need to give input, the directions which you did now. So you already save it, fine. So come drop down and select this directions. Okay, and wherever you want and whatever you want to save this, you can save this file. Okay, so you can save this file also. Okay, just like polygons direction, I given this name only, I didn't change anything. Okay, so wherever it is going, yeah, it will go directly there. So let's run it and wait for the results. Okay, and see these results. Yes, now you see this is now it was select. So I just simply cleared this. Okay, and now you will get this direction polygon. Okay, so now once you run this feature to polygons and get this run to polygon, so now you have to give all these as a separate name, like north, northeast, southeast, that you have to adjust. Now if you want to open an attribute table, just right click, open attribute table, and here if you want to add a new field, so simply okay. So now data type you can make it as a text and then simply click on save. Now here you can come and select this, and which one is selected accordingly you can select, or you can select it using this tool. Okay, and then only you have to give a proper name wherever this arrow, so accordingly you have to give name. Okay, so properly you have to give the name and you have to save it. suppose we start with this. So if I start with this will be my north, this will be my north. Next one which we're going to select, this will be my northeast. Okay, now once I will going to select this will be my, where is this one northeast, this will be my east, then this one southeast, one is my south, south. Okay, so like this you have to fill all this. So you just see accordingly, I just give a name. Okay, so like northeast. Okay, then this one is east, this one is southeast, this one is my south, this one is my southwest, this one is my west, this one is my northwest, and this is my north. So like that you have to give the name and have to save it. Okay, you save this first, clear the selection. Okay, so now we have to do the union. So let's wait for this. Now we have the two polygons. Okay, one is this distance and direction one, and another one is this multiple ring buffer one. So I will just switch off this direction, and I will switch off this CBD point also. So now we have multiple ring buffer and we have the direction. So now using these two, the both informations I want in a single place. So that's why we are going to perform this union. Okay. So let's go to the again the analysis toolbox and let's type the union. So now union, you need to give the input of these both features. Okay, so you need to give input the both features. So I will just select the direction. I will also select the multiple ring buffer. Okay, so that's what we have to run it now. Let's run this and wait for the results. See, this is the results which is came out. Okay, now this is your polygon union. Okay, so now let's open the attribute and try to understand these results. So whatever the necessary field is there, you can kept, and rest of the field if you want to remove, you can remove also. Okay, so now if you see whatever this extra area which we don't want, okay, so we can simply delete this. Okay, using the selection tool, I can select this part and I can delete. Yes, this part you have to delete, this extra part you have to delete. Okay, you just delete this, all this extra part. Legal. This is perfectly generated. So means if you want to do it hollow, okay, so you can hollow it. Change this color pattern to this, you can generate. Okay, so if you want to make it 1, you can make it 1 also. So now this is how perfectly it is generated, that multiple ring buffer with the flow direction. So only thing is now you have to label the direction part. Okay, so now if you want to label it, now come to the labeling. Okay, so in the labeling you can go this. Okay, and then you just see here here you have options for direction and distance. These two you want. So suppose first I will give the direction, you see all the directions will come, and now you want to give the distance also, so that you can mention it like this. Like if you go here, okay, and I will change it to VB suppose. Okay, direction, okay, is already there. Now space, click on and again give space and the distance. Okay, so both you want to apply, validate it. If expression will valid, then simply click on apply. So we will get this all. If you want to change the color and make it as a blue, so you can make it a blue, or if you put any other color, you can give it. Actually a perfectly generated you can see distance and direction curve. Okay, so which will be very useful for urban sprawl analysis. Okay, so when you are doing the urban sprawl analysis, okay, so then this is the process which you have to go on. So if you want to switch off this, then you can get this also very nicely. Okay, so if you find this color is not that much coming good in the level, you can change it and make it blue also. Okay. So see, this will be perfect because if I make it like this, so it will be perfectly highlighted. So I hope this is very interesting for you. Okay, so if you are doing the studies of the urban, so this is a very useful for you. So thank you everyone. If you like this video, if you feel this is interesting for you, so please share this video to others. Okay, and please subscribe my channel. Okay, so your all your support is actually increasing me and increasing me to work more and motivating me also. Okay, so please give comments and share this video with others. Thank you all.